Hi everyone, I'm the Endemiker, and today I'm going to be reacting to Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 1, Episode 11. So, last time we left off, they were, the Team Avatar was on their way to the North Pole. They had to make a little bit of a detour, but then after after Momo gets captured for a little bit of time, they end up running into the Fire Nation accidentally, but then get saved by a couple of young people that I guess that they were rebelling against the Fire Nation who settled in the Earth Kingdom city, Jet and his crew. But apparently with Jet, he had some interesting ulterior motives, and instead of just wanting to just get rid of just the Fire Nation soldiers that were just overrunning the area, seems like he wanted to just get rid of every single last person of the Fire Nation, regardless of if they were man, woman, or child. And you know, Katara was her and Aang were the only ones that believed him, but Sokka, despite his so-called intuition and his gut feelings, feeling like instead of flying on Appa around, there would be spotted more and walking, and that's how they almost got captured. You know, his gut feeling was right about Jet. I'm not trusting him because of him finding out the hard way that he was starting to set up everything. But yeah, but in the end, you know, they're on their way. Hopefully they could be able to get to go and do what they got to do, because, you know, the world's counting on Aang to bring restoration and bring balance to life itself. So let's go ahead and dive right in onto the next episode and see what happens in Avatar: The Last Airbender right now. You having a hard time pitching up a tent, Sokka?
Aren't you forgetting the tarp?
Right, got it.
Sokka, you're supposed to put the tarp on top of the tent. You know, so we don't get rained on.
Ordinarily, you'd be right. But seeing how it's the dry season, you're not. Besides, that tarp makes a pretty warm blanket.
Oh, wow. Imagine if it does rain.
You're infuriating!
Katara, why don't you worry about gathering the firewood? Because that kindling's looking pretty sorry.
Well, if you don't like my firewood...
Oh!
Fine by me!
Whoa!
You gotta do your job!
Really?
And what happened to the tent?
Why don't you ask Miss Know-It-All, Queen of the Twigs?
Dude.
Yeah? Well, you're Mr. Lazy Bum, King of the... Tents.
King of the Tents.
Why don't you just switch jobs? Sounds good.
Okay, yeah,
You see that? Settling feuds and making peace. All in a day's work for the Avatar.
For right now. There you go. Big slice for Appa, smaller one for Momo.
Come on, Momo, that's fair. Appa's got 5 stomachs.
Well, I mean, if he's got 5 stomachs, that's a different matter.
I could just stare at it forever.
Okay, I've seen enough.
Oh, wow. It's like watching the Grand Canyon.
Hey, if you're looking for the canyon guide, I was here first!
Ooh,
What?
canyon guide. Sounds informative.
Believe me, he's more than a tour guide. He's an earthbender, and the only way in and out of the canyon is with his help. And he's taking my tribe across
Sokka.
next. Calm down, we know you're next. You wouldn't be calm if the Fire Nation destroyed your home and forced you to flee.
Is that Scott Menville's voice? Is that Scott Menville? Like, you know, Robin from Teen Titans? I watch Teen Titans Go a lot. Don't even ask. I actually do enjoy it.
I'm saving a spot for my tribe, so don't even think of stealing it.
Where are the rest of the Ganjin? Still tidying up their campsite?
Yes, but they sent me ahead of them to hold a spot.
Interesting.
That's the ignorance I'd expect from a messy Zhang. So unorganized and ill-prepared for a journey.
Is this supposed to be like the Avatar version of the Hatfields and the McCoys? Really? This is just really stupid.
Sorry about the wait, youngsters. Who's ready to cross this here canyon?
One of them, I think.
I was here first. My party's on their way.
I can't guide people who aren't here.
Guess you guys will have to make the trip tomorrow.
Oh, wow. All right. This is gonna get interesting.
Everyone listen up!
Uh-oh.
This is the Avatar. And if you give him a chance, I'm sure he can come up with a compromise that will make everyone happy.
Okay.
You could
Now-
share the Earthbender and travel together?
Interesting.
Anyway,
I am not this.
Aang,
Deal. We're down together and I'll be here. We'll fly your sick and elderly across. Does that seem fair?
actually, that kind of does seem fair. That's a good idea. I mean, I still feel all upset about it, but still.
And this feuding tribe stuff is serious business. Are you sure it's a good idea getting involved in this?
To tell the truth, I'm not sure. But when have I ever been?
He's the Avatar, Sokka. Making peace between people is his job.
His
Right.
job's gonna make us cross this whole thing on foot, isn't it?
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately.
Food allowed in the canyon. It
Okay.
attracts dangerous predators. No food.
Got it.
This is ridiculous. Oh, you babies can go a day without food.
Huh.
Would you rather be hungry or dead?
Okay, I'd rather be hungry than dead. So I think I'll eat. I was gonna start saying, why do you have to break civil manners now? Especially if you only have 10 minutes to eat. But then if you guys are just showboating, that's something else. That's ridiculous.
Many of you are probably wondering how canyons are formed. Experts tell us this canyon was most likely carved into the ground by earth spirits who were angry at local farmers for not offering them a proper sacrifice.
Interesting. Oh! Okay.
The spirits are still angry. Hope you all brought sacrifices.
Didn't you tell them to eat the food before they went on the trail? If the sacrifices were food, why'd you tell them to eat it then? You know what? If this is just for show, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These people are fleeing the Fire Nation, aren't they? Gotta make sure we can't be followed. We'll be safe
Okay.
now.
Oh, no, you're not! Oh, what is that? I don't know if we're gonna be able to, Sokka. We're getting out of here. That's one ugly looking creature, whatever that is. Looks like a bit of a beetle with, I don't even know what it is.
What was that?
Canyon crawler. Oh, and there's sure to be more.
Your
Yikes.
arms. They're broken.
Without my arms,
Oh,
I got
man.
no bending. In other words,
We're trapped in this canyon.
Oh no! No, that's horrible. How are you guys gonna get out? Two broken arms?
The whole point of ditching our food was so we wouldn't have to deal with things like canyon crawlers.
It's the Zhangs. They took food down here even after the guide told them not to.
So did you?
if there's anyone who can't go without food for a day, it's you pampered Ganjins.
I hope you're happy.
Ugh.
Lee.
I tried to help you guys get along, but I guess that's not gonna happen. We should split up. Ganjin's on this side and Zhang's on that side. We'll travel in two separate lines.
Okay.
Sokka, you go with the Zhangs, and Katara, you go with the Ganjins. See if you can find out why they hate each other so much.
That is a good... You know what? Aang has a point. Aang does have a point. I think that they should be going with... Like, one of them should go with one, and one should go with the other. It's not a bad idea. And then Aang overwatches everything to make sure that nobody
What
goes
for?
and does
It's the
whatever.
dry
All
season.
this, you know, stuff.
Exactly.
Besides, we like to use the tarp as a blanket.
Finally, someone gets it.
Oh, okay. So I get what's gonna happen. And then Sokka and Katara are gonna go against each other now. They did sneak in food. So that's why they came.
So it was you guys who had food.
Oh, come now. You really think that tribe of thieves isn't smuggling food? Why should my people go hungry when the sneaky Zhangs are stuffing their faces?
Well, I guess it's okay if everyone's doing it.
No, not really. Morally, it's wrong.
So, Why does your tribe hate the Zhang so much?
You seem like a smart girl, Katara. I bet you would enjoy hearing some history.
I wouldn't mind listening to some history either. History actually is important to know.
Patriarch of our tribe, Jin Wei, was an earthbender warrior who was assigned an important duty, transporting our sacred orb from the Great Eastern Gate to the Great Western Gate.
Okay.
Taking the orb from the east to the west represents the sun's rising and setting. It was our tribe's ancient redemption ritual. But as he approached the gate, Jin Wei was attacked by one of the Zhang, a vermin named Wei Jin, who looked at the orb with envy. That coward Wei Jin knocked Jin Wei to the ground and stole our sacred orb.
I feel like there's something missing in this. Really, Katara? You're gonna go like that?
I know what you must be thinking. We're horrible for endangering everybody by bringing food down here. The Ganjin think so badly of us, they probably assumed we brought food in and decided to bring food in themselves. That's why we brought food in.
This is so petty. Okay, let's hear your side of the story then.
Our forefather, Wei Jin, was leaving the western gate of our village when he saw a figure in the distance. It was a man of the Ganjin tribe, Jin Wei, collapsed on
I
the
like
ground.
this different
Noble Wei Jin
animation
stopped
style.
to help him. Jin Wei was transporting a sacred, very powerful relic used in his tribe's redemption ritual.
Okay.
Wei Jin tried to tend to the man's wounds, but Jin Wei insisted the orb was more important and asked him to take it back to his tribe. Kind Wei Jin promised to send help for the man as soon as he could. But as Wei Jin crossed the border to return the orb into Ganjin territory, he was arrested.
Oh, because they thought that he stole it.
Instead of thanking him for his kind and selfless deed, they sentenced him to 20 long years in prison.
Oh.
Be nice to be around one of those campfires, telling stories and laughing. It's okay, Momo. We'll be out of here soon enough. And
Mhm.
then we can eat our weight in lychee nuts.
Or bugs, if you're Momo.
I wish I could help these people get along, but it just seems impossible. Anyhow, I guess our biggest problem is getting out of here.
I'm not so sure the two problems are unrelated.
I mean, I feel like they are related somehow.
Katara, Sokka, will these people cooperate long enough to get out of the canyon?
I don't think so, Aang. The Zhangs really wronged the Ganjins. They ambushed Jin Wei and stole the sacred orb.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Katara, what are you talking about? Wei Jin didn't steal the orb. He was returning it to their village gate and was wrongfully punished by the Ganjin.
Not punished enough, if you ask me.
Here we
I
go.
get it. Now we need your help. Let's get everyone together at the base of the canyon wall.
Ah, this is all ridiculous and stupid. There's some miscommunications.
As soon as we get out of here, we can eat, and then go our separate ways. But I need you all to put your heads together and figure out a way up this cliff.
Maybe the Zhang can climb the wall with their long, disgusting fingernails.
Stop it!
Oh, sorry. I forgot that to the Ganjin, unclipped fingernails is a crime punishable by 20 years in jail.
Why, you dirty thief!
You pompous.
Here we go.
How many times do I have to say it? Harsh words won't solve problems.
Right.
They will.
Perhaps the Avatar is right.
Yes,
Oh, no, he
perhaps
is right.
is.
Harsh words will never solve our problems.
Oh, great. Oh, no. Guys, stop it! Guys, really? No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. Ugh, you guys are idiots. Guys, what is the point of this? Oh, yeah, yeah. Woo! Oh, yikes.
Is that food?
Yeah.
Everyone smuggled food down here? Unbelievable. You guys put your lives in danger because you couldn't go without a snack for a day? You are all awful.
Yeah. What is that? Huh? Oh, no. Yeah, and look what you guys did. You brought the overgrown grasshopper cockroach monsters. Whatever they are.
Canyon crawlers.
We barely survived one.
They're coming back for me. They've had a taste, and they're coming back for me.
Not for
I
you,
don't care about
sir.
this stupid feud. I just want us to get out of here alive.
Me too. I only took their side because they fed me.
I think they both took their sides because they both fed them. Now we got this problem. However it's gonna happen, they need to work things out fast. Oh man. Woo! Sheesh. You guys did this to yourselves. What if you just feed them the food?
What? Oh.
Okay. Okay. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Aang was pretty smart on his end for it. Alright. And they went back into the canyon.
I never thought a Ganjin could get his hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch.
Perhaps we're not so different after all.
Nah, really?
Too bad we can't rewrite history.
Wait a second. Jin Wei? Wei Jin?
Oh,
I
wait.
know those guys.
Yes, we're all aware of the story.
Oh, wait.
No, I mean, I really knew them. I might not look it, but I'm 112 years old. I was
Right.
there 100 years ago on the day you're talking about.
There we
There seems to
go.
be a lot of confusion about what happened. First of all, Jin Wei and Wei Jin weren't enemies. They were brothers. Twins, in fact. And there were 8. And most importantly, they were just playing a game. The sacred orb from the legend, that was the ball. And the eastern and western gates were the goalposts. Jinwei had the ball and was running toward the goal when he fell and fumbled it. Wei Jin didn't steal the ball. He picked it up and started running it back toward the other goal. But he stepped out of bounds. So the official put him in the penalty box. Not for 20 long years, but for 2 short minutes. There was no stealing and no putting anyone in prison. Just a game.
What?
What about our tribe's redemption ritual?
That's what the game was called. Redemption. As soon as someone got the ball from one goal to the other, everyone would yell, "Redemption!"
Are you for real?
True. But they respected each other's differences enough to share the same playing field.
Huh.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
And look to the future.
I'm sorry. But this whole entire thing, you mean to tell me this is all because of a stupid game?
Let us travel to the Earth Kingdom capital as one tribe.
Dude,
Uh-huh.
I'm sick of this place.
That's some luck you knew Jin Wei and Wei Jin.
You
Yeah.
could call it luck. Or you could call it lying.
What?
I made the whole
What?
thing up.
You did not. That is so wrong.
Wow!
I'm starving.
Wait! Aang! Aang! Nah! Aang! Okay, no. No, we're gonna discuss this. Hold on. Aang, you mean to tell me you lied to both of them? Aang. What about the other parts of the tribe? I'm completely in shock. Because how do you do something like that, man? I'm in shock. You mean to tell me that after all this time, This is all a lie. Okay. All right. I'm dumbfounded. Okay. Okay, realistically, let's just put it like this. There is no way that you lied about this. You're the Avatar and you lied about this. Bro, how is it possible you were able to use a lie to end up getting these two people and these two groups together? Okay, first of all, I don't recommend lying to people. That's one thing. I don't recommend lying to people. It's not my way of doing things. When compromising, I don't recommend it. But it's random of the fact that this actually weirdly worked. Let's just say that it's very ironic that it worked in this way. But again, I don't recommend it. Also, this is a good example on showing to love thy enemy and to love our neighbor. Why? Because of the fact that we all know that it is impossible at times to do so. Okay, I'm not going to say that it's easy. I will not say that it's easy. Because the thing is, a lot of the times, it's very, very tough to do so. You know, respecting people is one thing. Loving our neighbor is something else. And I know that people don't really tend to side with it. They tend to think that maybe that it's a problem. But I do feel like it is important because of our morals. You know, whether you're a Christian or not and you believe the importance of respecting people, I mean, that's up to you. If you want to respect somebody, and go all by all means, go ahead and do so. I would definitely recommend going in that direction of respecting people. But if you're not a Christian, I mean, look, whether you are or you aren't, okay, respecting somebody is of vital importance to communication amongst different people and amongst different cultures. But the thing is that if you don't learn how to respect people, despite even if you don't like their behaviors or like their characteristics, then how are you ever going to get along with anybody else? It's like saying you can't really get along with yourself because you hate that part of yourself that you never realized that you didn't like. I know it kind of sounds like a weird type of thing, but realistically, if you think about it, a lot of things that we end up doing, you know, whether it's hating somebody else, it's because there's a part of us that we hate, that we don't even realize that we're hating a part of ourselves that we're not realizing about somebody else. Okay, there's hate against race, there's hate against culture, there's hate against gender, and hate against religion. And there's so many other different instances of hate because of something that they don't personally like because that they're not like them. I mean, look, as Kendrick Lamar put it, they not like us. And that's how a lot of people think, especially when it comes to race, when it comes to culture, to gender, to stereotypes. That's what the thing is that people don't like other people because that they're not like them. And it's a very stupid, childish, and petty thing to go on about. I mean, personally, I don't like having for people to be going against each other just because of the way that they are. Okay? People and their characteristics are very, very important. Okay, despite anything, and you know, God loves everybody exactly the same. Okay, there's no way that God loves one race or one people more than another. That is so not true. If that was the case, why are these races created? Because God let them be created because He had them in mind. Look, I'm not gonna go and stand for when people say, you know, God created me, so that, you know, because that He did so, that means that I'm more special than you. Okay, I don't like it when God when people use God's name in vain like that. Sorry, I'm not trying to put it in saying like I hate God. That was my mind was trying to go into different things, because when I go into different topics, I do get my words mixed up and I do get upset, especially when it comes to injustice. You know, when people they start going on about saying my race is better than yours, my culture is better than yours, men are better than women, women are better than men. Look, nobody's better than everybody else, because realistically, in the eyes of God, we're all exactly the same. Look, if we open up our eyes and if we saw that if we all bled at the exact same time, and like I said, this is what a quote that I got from Medea's Christmas, that they said that Larry the Cable Guy's character goes and says, you know, you can get a knife and cut us all open and we're gonna all bleed red. Blood red. Look, we all have the same internal organs. We all have the same color of blood. What do you expect? That one race has blue blood compared to the other ones that they're green or red or orange? Bro, come on. If you guys are still petty and childish enough to think that it's that boosting your ego just because that you think that you're better than somebody else is going to help you out in your moral and your spiritual life, dude, you guys are absolutely ridiculously and incredibly stupidly wrong. Look, the Lord wants us to all be united, okay? All united in praising Him. Or if you're not a Christian, we should all get our acts together and be united so that way we can, you know, overcome our situations. Whether if it's economic or political or personal or just or spiritual. Look, we have to come together. There's no ifs or buts about that. Sure, has morals been set back several hundreds of years? Well, in my opinion, yes, but also have they literally been progressing? Reason why that is a lot of people have some suppressed ideas that now are just coming into fruition because of the fact that when those who they let their hatred and their bitterness and their anger towards somebody else stir up and just explode out in the open, that's when you get this idea of that, you know, hatred that's visible is okay. But it's not okay. It's never okay. It has never been okay. And I don't tolerate for that stuff on this channel. So if any of you guys decide that you want to add some comments of hatred, you guys want to add some bigotry comments, you guys want to disrespect each other, no, then that's when your comment gets removed. If you disrespect me or you disrespect somebody else or my family, then your comment gets removed. And I draw the line on there. Sure, you could get mad about it and say, oh, you're taking away my free speech. No. I want this to be a safe area for everyone because this is supposed to be a channel where people are supposed to get away from the world. They're trying to at least, you know, relax. But do I have to get, you know, my morals into these videos? Yes, I do. Because the thing is that this is how my grandmother raised me. She raised me to have some common sense and to think about what are the benefits and the consequences of life that I could be able to use, that, you know, I don't have to go and deprive myself of, you know, of any type of common sense or of any type of logical explanation thinking. No, you have to use your brain for this one. When you're wanting to fight, you don't use your fist and you don't use violence. You use your mind, okay? And it's not even a fight that you should be enduring. You should at least just have a civil conversation on expressing what you don't agree with and what you do agree with. Look, maybe I'm just being the so-called pacifist, but I don't believe in violence. I don't believe that it's important. I don't believe that it's essential to have violence to be incited around other people. I feel like, especially in this case, you know, as I feel like how Aang is, I would not want to be in that situation where you have these people that they go and they just want to fight over what happened in the past 100 years ago. Dude, just let it go. It was 100 years ago. Just let it go. Okay, the past is the past. The Lord gives us a brand new day every single day. So what's the point on dwelling on the past for a stupid reason? I can understand dwelling in the past because we're trying to prevent history from being repeated again, as it currently is being repeated. But why would you go and repeat stupid part of history? Why would you repeat history, or at least endure the stupidity and like the stupidity and the ignorance of a stupid orb? I get that, you know, that's your guys' culture and everything, but I mean, look, if somebody really took the orb, whether if somebody accidentally misplaced it or knocked it out of their hands or whatever, I don't care at this point. Get over it. Move on. You're all people. Just stop. Okay? Just stop. That's all I gotta say. That's all that I will say, and that's all I can think of. Okay? Realistically. Just move on. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my reaction to Avatar Last Airbender Season 1, Episode 11. If you guys want to see more videos like this, then please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. you guys want to follow me at any of my social media, I have Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, aka X, my Discord, and my Discord server. And if you guys are watching on the Idea Maker for Kids channel, I have Snapchat and Instagram. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the next videos. Bye, guys.